My dearest friend, welcome. Take a deep breath, let the world outside fade for a moment, and truly be here with me. If you're listening to this, chances are you're seeking solace, perhaps a flicker of light in what feels like an encroaching darkness. I understand that feeling, that profound sense of isolation that can grip the soul. Before we delve deeper into this journey together, I simply ask that if these words resonate with you, if they offer even a moment of peace, please consider liking this video and subscribing to join our community. It helps us reach more hearts that desperately need to hear this message. I see you. I truly do. You might feel invisible, lost in a sea of faces, or perhaps trapped within the confines of your own mind. The world outside may seem vibrant and bustling, full of laughter and connection, while your inner world feels muted, heavy, and silent. This is a common human experience, one that has echoed through the ages, long before the complexities of modern life amplified these feelings. You are not alone in this struggle, not by any measure. Imagine a vast desert, stretching endlessly under a scorching sun. In the midst of this desolation, a single, weary traveler walks, burdened by thirst and the crushing weight of solitude. That traveler is not you, my friend, but a representation of the human spirit when it feels disconnected, when the wellspring of hope seems to have dried up. But even in the harshest desert, there are hidden springs, oases, that offer respite and renewal. My purpose here is to guide you to those springs within yourself, to remind you that they exist, and that I am here to walk with you every step of the way. You are loved, you are worthy, you are seen. Often when depression takes hold, it whispers insidious lies, telling you that you are a burden, that no one truly cares, or that your pain is unique and insurmountable. These whispers are not the truth. They are shadows cast by weariness, by past wounds, and by the sheer exhaustion of carrying so much emotional weight. Think of the words of Carl Jung, who spoke of the shadow, the repressed, often negative aspects of our personality. When we ignore our shadows, they gain power. When we acknowledge them, bring them into the light, they lose their grip. Your feelings, however dark, are part of your human experience, and acknowledging them is the first step towards healing. My time on earth was filled with moments of profound connection, but also with deep solitude and immense pressure. I walked among people, healed them, taught them, and loved them unconditionally. Yet, there were times when I retreated, when I sought the quiet of the wilderness or the solitude of a mountain peak to commune with the divine. This wasn't because I was alone in the human sense, but because even the strongest spirits need moments of introspection and renewal. I understand the weight of expectations, the sting of betrayal, and the profound ache of human suffering. So, when I say I am with you, it's not an empty platitude, but a truth forged in shared experience. You are resilient, you are strong, you are capable. Consider the insightful work of Dr. Gabor Mate, who often speaks of the deep connection between our emotional lives and our physical well-being. He highlights how trauma and unaddressed emotional pain can manifest in chronic illness and a general sense of unease. Your feelings of depression and loneliness are not merely a mood, but a signal from your deepest self, a call for attention, for compassion, and for understanding. It's your system telling you that something needs nurturing, that perhaps a part of you feels unseen or unheard. Ignoring these signals is like ignoring a persistent ache in your body. It will only grow louder. Esther Perel, a brilliant mind in the realm of relationships, speaks of the paradox of modern connection. We are more connected than ever digitally, yet often feel more alone than ever relationally. We scroll through curated lives, comparing our raw, messy realities to polished facades, and the gap between them can feel cavernous. This creates a fertile ground for loneliness to flourish, even when surrounded by people. True connection, as she suggests, isn't about constant presence, but about quality, depth, and the courage to be vulnerable. That courage, my friend, is within you. You are growing, you are evolving, you are becoming. The journey out of depression and loneliness is not a straight path, nor is it a race. It is a winding road, often with unexpected turns, moments of sunshine, and periods of fog. There will be days when the clouds feel impenetrable, and days when a ray of hope pierces through. This is normal. This is human. The key is to keep walking, to keep taking one step after another, however small. Remember the words of Jim Rohn, who taught that success is not a destination, but the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Your worthy ideal right now might simply be to feel a little lighter, to find a moment of peace, to connect with another soul. And that, my dear friend, is a profoundly worthy ideal. I am here, walking beside you, offering my hand. You don't have to carry this burden alone. The very act of acknowledging your pain, of seeking understanding, is a testament to your inner strength. It's a declaration that you are not giving up, that you are reaching for something more. And that, in itself, is a powerful act of self-love. We will explore more facets of this journey together in our next conversation. For now, just hold on to this truth. You are not alone. I am with you. And if you found any comfort in these words, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It means the world to our small community, and it helps us spread this message of hope to others who might be struggling in silence. Thank you for being here. And so, as we continue this journey together, let us delve deeper into the intricate workings of the human spirit, especially when it grapples with the shadows of loneliness and depression. You are a universe within yourself, complex and magnificent, and understanding your own inner landscape is the beginning of healing. You are worthy, you are seen, you are heard. Carl Jung, the profound Swiss psychiatrist, spoke extensively about the collective unconscious and the archetypes that shape our experiences. He understood that while our pain might feel intensely personal and isolating, it often taps into universal human experiences. The feeling of being alone in your struggle, while valid on an individual level, paradoxically connects you to the vast tapestry of human suffering that has existed across millennia. This doesn't diminish your pain, but rather places it within a larger context, suggesting that pathways to healing have been trod by countless others before you. Jung believed that much of our psychological distress stems from a disconnection from our true selves, from the self that encompasses both our conscious and unconscious aspects. Depression, in this light, can be seen as a profound call from the soul to reintegrate these fragmented parts, to listen to the whispers of the unconscious that have been ignored. It's an invitation to introspection, to understand the narratives you've built around yourself, and to discern which ones truly serve your highest good. I know that invitation can feel overwhelming when the very act of getting out of bed seems like an insurmountable task, but remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that first step can be as small as acknowledging the pain, allowing it to simply be, without judgment. This non-judgmental acceptance is a radical act of self-compassion, a crucial step that Gabor Mate often emphasizes. He points out that society often conditions us to suppress our emotions, to be strong and push through, which only drives our pain deeper, where it festers and manifests in more destructive ways. True strength, my dear soul, lies not in suppressing your vulnerability, but in acknowledging it, embracing it, and allowing it to guide you towards what genuinely needs healing. You are loved. You are enough. You are light. The modern world, with its relentless pace and constant demands, often makes us feel like we are falling behind, that we are not achieving enough, not doing enough, not being enough. This societal pressure, amplified by the curated perfection seen on social media, can create a profound sense of inadequacy. Esther Perel reminds us that authenticity is the bedrock of true connection. When we present a false self to the world, we inevitably feel isolated because no one is truly connecting with us. The courage to be vulnerable, to show up as your authentic self, flaws and all, is not a weakness, but a superpower. It's the very thing that invites genuine connection, that allows others to see and appreciate the unique light within you. It's a reciprocal process. When you dare to be real, you create space for others to be real too, fostering a deeper, more meaningful bond that dispels the shadows of loneliness. Jim Rohn's wisdom resonates here too. He spoke about the importance of personal development, of continuously working on yourself, not just for external success, but for internal fulfillment. Your journey through depression and loneliness is, in essence, a profound period of personal development. It's an opportunity to rebuild, to redefine, to discover strength you never knew you possessed. It's about cultivating your inner garden, planting seeds of hope, nurturing self-compassion, and weeding out limiting beliefs. This isn't a passive process. It requires conscious effort, small daily disciplines that over time accumulate into significant transformation. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, you must tend to your soul. I am here, holding space for you, witnessing your struggle and your strength. You are not a burden. You are a brave soul navigating a difficult terrain. The very fact that you are listening to these words, that you are seeking understanding, is proof of your inherent drive towards healing and wholeness. This is not a sign of weakness, but an immense testament to your courage and resilience. Hold on to that truth. It is a beacon in the darkness. We will continue to unravel these threads in our next conversation, exploring practical steps and further insights to nurture your spirit. For now, remember this. Your feelings are valid, your journey is important, and you are never truly alone. I am with you. If these words have resonated with you, if they have offered even a flicker of comfort or understanding, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more hearts that are yearning for connection and hope. Thank you for walking this path with me. As we delve deeper into the landscapes of the soul, let us consider the profound insights offered by Carl Jung, whose work illuminated the hidden currents that flow beneath the surface of our conscious minds. Jung spoke extensively about the collective unconscious and the archetypes that reside within it, universal patterns of thought and imagery that shape our experiences. When you feel an overwhelming sense of loneliness, a profound isolation, it's not merely a personal failing, but often a disconnection from these deeper universal currents that bind humanity together. The archetype of the wounded healer, for instance, suggests that our deepest wounds can become sources of profound wisdom and compassion, not just for ourselves but for others. Your struggle, your pain, can paradoxically become a pathway to a deeper understanding of the human condition, allowing you to connect with others on a level far more profound than superficial pleasantries. It's about finding meaning in the suffering, transforming it from a burden into a crucible for growth. You are resilient. You are growing. You are seen. The journey through depression often feels like navigating a dense fog, where familiar landmarks disappear and the path ahead is obscured. It's in these moments that the wisdom of those who have walked similar paths, or who have dedicated their lives to understanding the human psyche, becomes an invaluable compass. Gabor Mate, with his compassionate understanding of trauma and its impact on our well-being, reminds us that what often manifests as depression or anxiety is not a personal weakness, but a natural, albeit painful, response to unresolved past experiences. He emphasizes that true healing begins not with self-blame, but with self-compassion and a gentle inquiry into the root causes of our distress. Your feelings are not random. They are messengers, carrying vital information about what your soul needs to process and release. To dismiss them is to ignore a crucial part of your own story. To embrace them, to listen to their whispers, is an act of profound self-love. This isn't about dwelling in the past, but about understanding how the past might still be influencing your present. It's about recognizing that the nervous system, in its infinite wisdom, sometimes gets stuck in patterns of protection that, while once necessary, now hinder your ability to experience joy and connection. Mate's work offers a gentle invitation to explore these patterns, to bring awareness to the unconscious ways in which trauma can shape our perceptions and interactions. It's a call to kindness, both towards yourself and towards the parts of you that have been hurt. Remember, healing is not a linear process. It involves cycles of insight, release, and integration. Be patient with yourself, my dear one. Each step, no matter how small, is a movement towards greater wholeness. Jim Rohn's emphasis on personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement takes on a deeper meaning when viewed through the lens of mental well-being. It's not about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps through sheer willpower, but about cultivating habits and disciplines that support your inner landscape. This could be as simple as establishing a consistent sleep schedule, engaging in regular movement, or dedicating time each day to mindful reflection. These seemingly small acts of self-care are not luxuries. They are fundamental building blocks for resilience. Just as a gardener consistently tends to their plants, ensuring they have the right soil, water, and sunlight, you must consistently tend to your own mind and spirit. It's a daily commitment, a promise you make to yourself to nurture your inner world, knowing that a flourishing inner world will inevitably lead to a more vibrant outer experience. You are worthy. You are capable. You are loved. The synergy of these profound perspectives, Jung's archetypal wisdom, Mate's compassionate understanding of trauma, Perel's insights into authentic connection, and Rohn's call to personal development, creates a powerful tapestry of understanding for anyone navigating the depths of depression and loneliness. It paints a picture that is far from bleak, but rather one filled with potential for profound growth and transformation. It assures you that your experience, while deeply personal, is also universally understood on some level. You are not an anomaly. You are part of the vast, intricate tapestry of human experience. And within that tapestry, there are threads of hope, resilience, and unwavering support woven just for you. I am here, perpetually present, witnessing your courage as you navigate these challenging waters. My presence is not a fleeting comfort, but an eternal embrace, a constant source of strength and unconditional love. You are never truly alone, for my spirit interweaves with yours, guiding you, comforting you, and illuminating the path forward, even when it feels shrouded in darkness. Your journey is sacred, and every step you take towards healing is a testament to the divine spark within you. We will continue to explore these profound connections and practical pathways to healing in our next encounter. For now, let these truths anchor you. Your pain has purpose, your resilience is boundless, and you are cherished beyond measure. If these words have resonated with you, if they have offered a moment of solace or a glimmer of insight, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement helps to extend this message of hope and connection to countless others who are searching for light in their own darkness. Thank you for walking this sacred path with me. You are a beacon of strength. You are deserving of peace. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of your inner world, let us consider the profound impact of your relationships, not just with others, but fundamentally with yourself. Esther Perel, with her incisive understanding of human connection, reminds us that loneliness isn't merely the absence of others, but often the absence of intimacy, both with those around us and within our own being. True intimacy requires vulnerability, a willingness to be seen, are truly seen with all your perceived flaws and imperfections. For many navigating depression, this vulnerability feels like an insurmountable hurdle, a risk too great to take. Yet, it is precisely in this brave act of opening up that healing often begins. Think about it. How often do you truly listen to your own needs, your own desires, your own silent cries for understanding? Just as you seek connection with others, there is a deep, inherent need for connection with the self. This isn't selfishness. It is self-preservation, self-love. Gabor Mate's work consistently highlights how early relational patterns, particularly those where our authentic needs were unmet, can profoundly shape our adult capacity for connection and self-acceptance. If, in your formative years, expressing vulnerability led to rejection or misunderstanding, your psyche learned to build walls, to retreat inward for protection. These walls, while once serving a protective function, can now inadvertently isolate you, fostering a sense of profound loneliness, even when surrounded by people. You are understood, you are seen. Jung's concept of the shadow self becomes particularly relevant here. The shadow comprises those parts of ourselves we deem unacceptable, the aspects we suppress or deny. When we refuse to acknowledge and integrate our shadow, it doesn't disappear. It often manifests in unconscious behaviors, self-sabotage, or a persistent feeling of incompleteness. Embracing the shadow, not as evil to be eradicated, but as a part of your whole self to be understood and integrated, is a crucial step towards genuine self-intimacy. It's about making peace with all facets of your being, including the pain, the fear, the anger, and the sadness. When you can hold space for these difficult emotions within yourself, you create a sanctuary where true healing can unfold. This journey of self-discovery and integration is not a solitary one, though it might feel intensely personal. I am with you, witnessing each moment of courage, each tentative step towards self-acceptance. My presence is an invitation to lay down your burdens, to shed the masks you feel compelled to wear, and to simply be. You are safe in this space, safe to explore the landscapes of your soul without judgment or fear. Jim Rohn's pragmatic wisdom, while often focused on external achievement, also offers valuable insights into this internal work. He speaks of the importance of taking personal responsibility for your life, which extends to taking responsibility for your emotional and psychological well-being. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for your struggles, but rather empowering yourself to engage actively in your own healing process. It means choosing to invest in practices that nurture your inner world, just as you would invest in a garden you wish to see flourish. This could be daily journaling to process emotions, engaging in creative expression, or seeking professional guidance to navigate complex internal terrain. These are not passive acts. They are deliberate, conscious choices that affirm your commitment to yourself. You are resilient. You are growing. Consider the metaphor of a mosaic. Each piece, no matter how broken or imperfect it may seem in isolation, contributes to the beauty and completeness of the whole. Your experiences, your past, your present struggles, your moments of joy. They are all unique pieces of your exquisite mosaic. Depression and loneliness, while profoundly painful, are not defining characteristics that diminish your worth. They are experiences, often born from deep wounds, that can, with compassionate attention, become catalysts for profound transformation. The path to healing is rarely a straight line. It is more like a spiral, revisiting themes from new perspectives, each turn offering deeper understanding and greater integration. There will be days when the darkness feels overwhelming, when the desire to retreat is strong. On those days, remember that even in the deepest shadows, my light remains, a constant, unwavering presence. You are not meant to carry these burdens alone. Perel's emphasis on the importance of desire and vitality in relationships also extends to the relationship with oneself. What truly ignites your spirit? what brings you a sense of aliveness, even in small moments. Reconnecting with these sources of joy and passion is a powerful antidote to the numbing effects of depression. It could be rediscovering a forgotten hobby, spending time in nature, or engaging in acts of kindness. These small acts of self-reclamation are not trivial. They are vital expressions of your inherent worth and your capacity for joy. You are deserving of joy. You are whole. As we conclude this segment, I want you to carry this truth within your heart. Your journey is sacred. Every tear shed, every moment of introspection, every brave step you take towards self-compassion is a profound act of healing. Your vulnerability is not a weakness. It is a gateway to authentic connection with yourself, with others, and with the divine spark that resides within you. We will continue this conversation, exploring more pathways to healing and understanding in our next gathering. For now, allow these truths to settle within you, knowing that you are never truly alone and that your capacity for healing is infinite. If this message has resonated with you, if it has brought a moment of peace or clarity, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps to spread this message of hope and connection to those who need it most. Thank you for being here, for your courage, and for your willingness to journey inward with me. Welcome back, fellow travelers, on this profound journey of self-discovery and healing. Before we delve deeper into the pathways that lead us from the shadows of loneliness and depression, if you're finding solace and strength in these words, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement is a beacon, helping others discover this space of hope and understanding. Today, I want to gently steer our focus towards the profound wisdom that lies in understanding our own stories, particularly the unwritten narratives that shape our emotional landscapes. Carl Jung, with his profound insights into the human psyche, spoke extensively about the collective unconscious and archetypes, universal patterns and images that reside within us all. But beyond these grand, overarching themes, Jung also illuminated the critical role of our personal myths, the unique stories we tell ourselves about who we are, where we've come from, and where we're going. Often, in moments of deep depression and pervasive loneliness, these personal myths can become distorted, colored by pain and self-reproach. You are not your depression. You are not your loneliness. Think for a moment about the stories you whisper to yourself when no one else is listening. Are they tales of inadequacy, of being fundamentally flawed or unlovable? Do they speak of past failures as irrefutable evidence of future limitations? These narratives, though often unconscious, wield immense power. They dictate our perceptions, influence our choices, and can either trap us in cycles of despair or liberate us into realms of possibility. The work of healing, then, often begins with the courageous act of examining these stories. It's about holding them up to the light, not to judge them, but to understand their origins and question their absolute truth. For many, the roots of these painful narratives can be traced back to early childhood experiences. Gabor Mate, in his compassionate exploration of trauma and addiction, consistently highlights how early relational dynamics and unmet needs can profoundly sculpt our adult selves. A child who repeatedly experiences emotional neglect or abandonment might internalize a story of being unworthy of love. An individual growing up in an environment where emotions are suppressed learns to disconnect from their inner world, leading to a profound sense of isolation even when surrounded by others. These are not simply memories. They are the foundational bricks of our self-perception, often operating beneath the level of conscious awareness. You are worthy of love. You are seen. The process of healing involves becoming an archaeologist of your own psyche, gently unearthing these old stories. It's not about blame, but about understanding. It's about recognizing that the narrative you've been living by might not be the whole truth, or even an accurate reflection of your inherent value. As I've always said, the truth will set you free, And the truth here is that your worth is not contingent on your past experiences or the stories others have projected onto you. Your worth is intrinsic, woven into the very fabric of your being. Jim Rohn, the master of personal development, often spoke about taking personal responsibility for our lives, not in a way that blames us for our struggles, but in a way that empowers us to change our trajectory. He emphasized that while we cannot always control external events, we absolutely can control our responses, and crucially, the stories we choose to tell ourselves about those events. This isn't about denying pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about shifting from a passive recipient of your story to an active co-creator. It's about recognizing that you possess the agency to rewrite chapters, to introduce new characters of hope and resilience, and to define a more empowering ending. This rewriting doesn't happen overnight. It is a slow, deliberate act of conscious choice, day by day. It involves challenging those ingrained negative thoughts, questioning their validity, and intentionally replacing them with affirmations of your inherent strength and capacity for joy. It means seeking out evidence in your life that contradicts the old, limiting narratives. Perhaps it's a small act of kindness you performed, a challenge you overcame, or a moment of connection you shared. These are the threads from which new, more vibrant stories can be woven. Remember, even the smallest glimmer of light can dispel vast darkness. You are strong. You are capable. As we move forward, remember that this journey of rewriting your story is not one you undertake alone. I am here, walking alongside you. The wisdom of those like Jung, Mattei, Perel, and Rohn are like guiding stars, illuminating different facets of the path. But the most powerful light comes from within you, from your own courage and your unwavering spirit. This is a journey of reclaiming your authentic self, shedding the layers of old narratives that no longer serve you, and stepping into the magnificent story you were always meant to live. In our next segment, we will explore practical tools and techniques for actively engaging in this process of story rewriting, focusing on how we can cultivate a more compassionate and empowering inner dialogue. Until then, hold on to the truth that your story is still being written, and you, my dear friend, are the author. If this message has resonated with you, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your participation helps us reach more hearts in need. Thank you for being here, for your openness, and for your courage to embark on this transformative path with me. The journey of rewriting your story, as we've discussed, is profoundly personal, yet it is also deeply intertwined with our connections to others and to ourselves. It's a process that demands introspection, a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths, and a persistent belief in the possibility of change. This isn't about mere positive thinking. It's about a fundamental shift in perspective, a re-evaluation of the lenses through which you perceive your past, present, and future. You are resilient. Carl Jung, with his profound understanding of the human psyche, introduced us to the concept of the collective unconscious and archetypes. He taught us that many of our personal struggles, while feeling uniquely ours, often echo universal human patterns. The feeling of loneliness, for instance, can sometimes tap into an ancient archetypal sense of abandonment, a primal fear of being separated from the tribe. Understanding this doesn't diminish your pain, but it can contextualize it, helping you realize that these feelings, while intense, are part of the broader human experience. You are not an anomaly in your suffering. You are part of a vast tapestry of humanity that has at various points grappled with similar shadows. This realization can, paradoxically, be a source of comfort and connection. Jung also spoke extensively about the shadow, the repressed aspects of our personality, both positive and negative. Often, when we feel depressed or isolated, it is because we have disowned parts of ourselves. pushing them into the shadows of our consciousness. This might be anger, vulnerability, creativity, or even joy. The work of integration, of bringing these disowned parts back into the light, is crucial for wholeness. It means acknowledging those uncomfortable emotions, not suppressing them, but understanding their messages. What is your anger trying to tell you? What vulnerability are you trying to hide, and why? This brave act of self-acceptance is a cornerstone of rewriting your story, because you cannot write a complete narrative if you ignore key characters or plot points within yourself. You are brave. This is where the wisdom of Gabor Mate becomes so incredibly relevant. Mate, with his focus on trauma and its impact on the body and mind, illuminates how past wounds, often unacknowledged, can manifest as chronic emotional pain and physical ailments. He speaks of the inherent human need for attachment and authenticity, and how early experiences of unmet needs can lead to a disconnection from our true selves. When we learn to suppress our authentic feelings to gain acceptance or avoid conflict, we create a chasm within. Loneliness in this context isn't just about the absence of others. It's about the absence of our true self, hidden away, yearning to be seen and heard. Mate's work underscores that healing often begins with recognizing these patterns, understanding their origins, and developing self-compassion for the ways we've adapted to survive. It's about creating a safe space within yourself to feel what needs to be felt, to grieve what needs to be grieved, and to reclaim the parts of yourself that were lost in the process of adaptation. This isn't about blaming your past. It's about understanding how your past has shaped you, and then consciously choosing to heal those imprints. You are worthy of healing. And then we have Esther Perel, whose insights into relationships and intimacy offer another vital piece to this puzzle. Loneliness, at its core, is a feeling of disconnection. While we often think of it in terms of romantic relationships, Perel reminds us that intimacy extends far beyond that. It encompasses our relationships with friends, family, community, and most importantly, with ourselves. She explores how our fears of vulnerability, our patterns of self-protection, and our inability to truly see and be seen can perpetuate cycles of isolation, even when surrounded by others. Perel's work encourages us to lean into the discomfort of true connection, to dare to be vulnerable, and to cultivate the art of asking for what we need and offering what we can. Rewriting your story often means rewriting the script of your relationships, learning to set healthier boundaries, communicating more authentically, and fostering connections that truly nourish your soul. It's about understanding that while I am always with you, human connection is also a profound and essential nutrient for the spirit. You are connected. These profound thinkers, each in their unique way, point to a common truth. Your inner world profoundly shapes your outer experience. The stories you tell yourself, the parts of yourself you embrace or reject, the patterns of relating you adopt, all contribute to your sense of self and your place in the world. As Jim Rohn would say, you are the architect of your own life, and that includes the architecture of your inner landscape. In our next conversation, we will dive deeper into actionable strategies for cultivating self-compassion and building resilience, drawing from these powerful insights to help you actively sculpt a more vibrant and authentic narrative for your life. Remember, this is not a passive journey. It is an active, loving engagement with yourself. If this message has resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to continue sharing these messages of hope and transformation with a wider audience. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery and growth. You are not alone. I am with you. This isn't just a comforting phrase. It's a profound truth that underpins every step of your journey towards inner peace and genuine connection. We've explored how the echoes of our past, the unacknowledged parts of ourselves, and the dynamics of our relationships contribute to the tapestry of our experience. Now let us delve into the practical wisdom that empowers you to actively shape that tapestry, to mend the threads that feel frayed, and to weave in new patterns of resilience and self-love. You are resilient. Consider the profound insights offered by Carl Jung, whose work often illuminates the hidden depths of the human psyche. Jung spoke extensively about the concept of the shadow, those parts of ourselves we deem unacceptable, undesirable, or shameful, and therefore repress into the unconscious. When we deny these aspects, they don't simply disappear. Instead, they often manifest in unexpected ways, contributing to feelings of anxiety, self-sabotage, and yes, even profound loneliness. The more we push away these parts, the more fragmented we become, creating an internal division that mirrors the external isolation we often feel. Jungian psychology suggests that true healing and integration come not from eradicating the shadow, but from acknowledging it, understanding its origins, and ultimately integrating it into our conscious self. This process, often challenging, involves confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves, recognizing our imperfections, and extending compassion to those very aspects we've judged so harshly. It's about realizing that even our perceived flaws carry valuable information and energy that, when acknowledged, can become sources of strength and wisdom. You are whole. This journey of integration is fundamentally an act of self-compassion. It's an understanding that your past adaptations, your coping mechanisms, and even your mistakes were often attempts to protect yourself. Instead of self-criticism, which only deepens the chasm within, self-compassion offers a bridge. It's the gentle recognition that you are doing the best you can with the tools you have, and that you deserve kindness and understanding, especially from yourself. This aligns beautifully with what we discussed earlier from Gabor Mate, who emphasized the importance of self-compassion in understanding the roots of our suffering. Building resilience, therefore, isn't about becoming invulnerable. It's about developing the inner resources to navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and strength. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-worth that isn't dependent on external validation or perfect circumstances. One of the most potent tools for this is mindfulness, the practice of bringing your full, non-judgmental attention to the present moment. When you are mindful, you create a space between stimulus and response, allowing you to observe your thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed by them. This practice helps you to disentangle yourself from the grip of negative thought patterns and emotional spirals, offering a pathway to greater emotional regulation and inner calm. You are mindful. Imagine the simple act of observing your breath. As you inhale and exhale, you are anchoring yourself in the present. This isn't about emptying your mind, but about noticing what arises without judgment. When thoughts of inadequacy or loneliness surface, instead of pushing them away or identifying with them, you can simply observe them, like clouds passing in the sky. This creates a sense of detachment, reminding you that you are not your thoughts, nor are you your feelings. You are the awareness that observes them. This practice, while seemingly simple, profoundly impacts your capacity for resilience. It strengthens your inner observer, allowing you to respond to situations rather than react impulsively. It fosters a deeper connection with your true self, the unwavering presence that lies beneath the shifting currents of your emotions and thoughts. And this connection, this internal anchor, is precisely what allows you to feel less alone, even in moments of physical solitude. Another crucial aspect of building resilience is the conscious cultivation of gratitude. In a world that often emphasizes what we lack, shifting our focus to what we have, however small, can profoundly alter our perspective. Keeping a gratitude journal, for instance, where you regularly list things you are thankful for, can retrain your brain to seek out the positive, even amidst difficulty. This isn't about denying pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good that coexists with the challenging. This practice, over time, builds a powerful inner sanctuary, a reservoir of positive emotion that you can draw upon when adversity strikes. You are grateful. Remember Jim Rohn's powerful assertion about being the architect of your own life. This applies directly to your inner landscape. You have the power to choose what thoughts you nourish, what perspectives you adopt, and what practices you integrate into your daily life. It's an active engagement, a conscious decision to cultivate a garden of inner peace rather than letting weeds of despair take root. This is not a journey you undertake alone. I am always with you, guiding you towards understanding, healing, and growth. In our next segment, we will explore the practical applications of these insights, focusing on how to set healthy boundaries, communicate authentically, and build a supportive community that truly nourishes your soul. This continuous process of self-discovery and conscious creation is not a burden, but a profound privilege. It is the path to truly living, thriving, and recognizing the magnificent being that you are. If this message has resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to continue sharing these messages of hope and transformation with a wider audience. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery and growth. As we journey deeper into the landscape of your well-being, let's turn our attention to the vital concept of setting healthy boundaries. This isn't about building walls, it's about defining your sacred space, understanding where you end and another begins, and protecting your energy. Think of it as creating a strong, yet permeable membrane around your inner self, one that allows love and positive connection to flow in, while deflecting anything that depletes or harms you. You are worthy of protection. In a world that often demands constant availability and can blur the lines between personal and professional, setting boundaries becomes an act of profound self-care, not selfishness. It's a declaration that your time, your emotional energy, and your values are precious. As Esther Perel often reminds us in the context of relationships, boundaries are essential for intimacy, not an impediment to it. True connection thrives on respect for individuality, and that respect begins with clearly articulated limits. When you know your limits, you can engage more fully and authentically without fear of being overwhelmed or resentful. Consider the practical implications. This could mean learning to say no without guilt when you're already stretched thin. It might involve establishing specific times for work and personal life and honoring those distinctions. Perhaps it means limiting exposure to individuals or situations that consistently drain your spirit. This isn't always easy, especially if you're accustomed to prioritizing the needs of others above your own. There can be a fear of disappointing people, of being perceived as uncooperative, or even of losing connection. However, the paradox is that by saying yes to yourself, you are ultimately better equipped to be present and generous when you do choose to engage. The absence of boundaries often leads to burnout, resentment, and a feeling of being constantly overwhelmed. All fertile ground for feelings of depression and loneliness to take root. When you consistently allow your boundaries to be breached, you chip away at your sense of self-worth. You begin to feel invisible, unheard, and eventually isolated, even when surrounded by people. This is because genuine connection requires mutual respect, and boundaries are the language of that respect. Furthermore, authentic communication is intricately linked to boundary setting. It's not enough to simply feel your boundaries. You must learn to articulate them clearly and kindly. This involves expressing your needs and feelings without aggression, but with unwavering conviction. It's about using I statements like, "I feel overwhelmed when," or I need some quiet time to recharge. This approach fosters understanding rather than defensiveness, opening a path for true dialogue and mutual adjustment. You are heard. Jung's insights into the shadow self are particularly relevant here. Often, our difficulty in setting boundaries stems from unconscious patterns or fears, perhaps a deep-seated need for approval or a fear of abandonment. Becoming aware of these underlying motivations is the first step towards transforming them. It allows you to approach boundary setting not as a rigid rule, but as a conscious, compassionate act of self-reparenting. It's about giving yourself the care and protection you might not have received consistently in the past. Building a supportive community is the final, yet equally crucial piece of this intricate puzzle. Humans are fundamentally social beings. We are wired for connection. While solitude can be nourishing, chronic loneliness is a significant contributor to depression. True community isn't just about being surrounded by people, it's about feeling seen, valued, and understood. It's about having a sense of belonging, a shared purpose, and individuals with whom you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. Gabor Mate's work on the impact of early attachment and social connection on well-being resonates deeply here. He highlights how a lack of secure attachment and genuine connection can manifest as various forms of distress later in life, including depression. Your brain and body crave connection, and actively seeking out and nurturing relationships that uplift and support you is not a luxury, but a fundamental necessity for your mental and emotional health. This means consciously investing in relationships where there is reciprocity, empathy, and genuine care. It might involve joining groups aligned with your interests, volunteering, or simply reaching out to friends and family with whom you feel a true bond. It's about cultivating a network of individuals who celebrate your triumphs, offer solace in your struggles, and remind you that you are not walking this path alone. Remember, I am always with you, but I also created you with a need for human connection. Seek it out, nurture it, and allow yourself to receive the love and support that is your birthright. You are connected. This continuous process of self-discovery and conscious creation, setting boundaries, communicating authentically, and building supportive communities is not a burden, but a profound privilege. It is the path to truly living, thriving, and recognizing the magnificent being that you are. If this message has resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to continue sharing these messages of hope and transformation with a wider audience. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery and growth. You are connected. This journey of self-discovery, of peeling back the layers to reveal your authentic self, is not a solitary one. Though the path may feel lonely at times, remember that you are accompanied not just by me, but by a tapestry of human experience that mirrors your own struggles and triumphs. Consider the profound wisdom of Carl Jung, who spoke of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience and archetypes. Your deepest fears, your most profound joys, your yearning for connection. These are not unique to you. They are threads in the vast, intricate tapestry of humanity, connecting you to every soul that has ever lived and every soul yet to come. This understanding can be incredibly liberating. When you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your own depression, when the darkness seems impenetrable, remember that countless others have walked similar valleys and emerged into the light. Their stories, their resilience, are embedded within that collective unconscious, offering a silent testament to the human spirit's capacity for healing and transformation. You are resilient. Jung also introduced the concept of individuation, the process of becoming your whole, unique self. This isn't about isolating yourself, but about integrating all aspects of your being, the light and the shadow, the conscious and the unconscious, into a harmonious whole. It's a lifelong journey, and one that often requires courage to face what lies within. But it is precisely in this courageous self-exploration that you begin to understand the true depth of your being, and in doing so, you connect more profoundly with the universal human experience. You are whole. Now, let's delve a little deeper into the practicalities of navigating this journey, especially when the shadows of loneliness and depression loom large. Jim Rohn, the motivational speaker and entrepreneur, often emphasized the importance of association. He famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While this might seem like a simple adage, its implications for your mental well-being are profound. The people you choose to surround yourself with have a direct and measurable impact on your thoughts, your feelings, and ultimately, your outlook on life. If you find yourself constantly surrounded by negativity, by individuals who drain your energy or diminish your spirit, it's inevitable that their influence will begin to shape your own internal landscape. Conversely, actively seeking out individuals who uplift you, who inspire you, who offer genuine support and understanding, can be a powerful antidote to loneliness and a catalyst for healing. This isn't about abandoning those who are struggling, but about consciously curating your inner circle to ensure it nourishes your soul. You are discerning. This might mean making difficult choices, gently distancing yourself from relationships that are toxic or unsupportive, even if they are long-standing. It requires courage, but it is an act of self-love, a commitment to protecting your own emotional and mental health. Remember, setting boundaries, as we discussed earlier, extends to managing your social environment. You have the right and indeed the responsibility to choose who you allow into your inner world. Think of it as tending to a garden. You wouldn't allow weeds to choke out your most precious plants, would you? Similarly, you must cultivate your social garden with care, nurturing the relationships that help you grow and thrive, and pruning away those that stunt your progress. This isn't selfish, it's essential for your well-being, and as you blossom, you will find yourself better equipped to offer support and light to others, creating a virtuous cycle of positive connection. You are growing. Esther Perel, with her profound insights into relationships and intimacy, would echo this sentiment of conscious connection. She speaks about the importance of quality over quantity, of genuine engagement rather than superficial interactions. In an age saturated with digital connections, it's easy to mistake a large social media following for true community. But as Perel often reminds us, intimacy isn't just about physical closeness. It's about emotional vulnerability, mutual trust, and the courage to truly see and be seen by another. Loneliness, in its deepest sense, isn't necessarily about being physically alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, or misunderstood. It's about a lack of authentic connection. Therefore, combating loneliness isn't just about filling your calendar with social events. It's about cultivating relationships where you can drop your guard, express your true feelings without fear of judgment, and experience the profound comfort of being truly accepted for who you are. You are seen. This means being brave enough to initiate deeper conversations, to share your vulnerabilities, and to actively listen when others do the same. It's a reciprocal dance, an exchange of souls that builds bridges of understanding and empathy. It's in these moments of genuine connection that the walls of loneliness begin to crumble, replaced by the warmth of shared humanity. Remember, I am always here for you, a constant presence, but I also encourage you to seek out and nurture these human connections, for they are a vital part of the rich tapestry of life I have woven for you. You are loved. You are loved. This journey inward, this exploration of your own psyche, often illuminates the profound wisdom that Carl Jung brought to light regarding the collective unconscious and the archetypes that shape our human experience. Jung understood that beneath the surface of our individual consciousness lies a vast shared reservoir of human experience. a tapestry woven from the stories, symbols, and patterns that have resonated across millennia. When you feel lonely, truly alone in the deepest sense, it can often feel like you are adrift, disconnected from this larger human story. But I want you to know, unequivocally, that you are not. Your experiences, your struggles, your moments of joy and sorrow are all echoes of this grand narrative. You are connected. Jung's work, particularly his concept of the shadow, offers a powerful lens through which to understand some of the internal battles that contribute to feelings of isolation. The shadow isn't inherently evil. It's simply the parts of ourselves that we've pushed away, deemed unacceptable, or hidden from the world, and often from ourselves. It might be aspects of your personality, past mistakes, or even unfulfilled desires. When these parts remain unacknowledged, they can fester, creating internal conflict and a sense of fragmentation. This internal discord can manifest as a deep-seated loneliness, even when surrounded by others, because you are not fully present, not fully integrated within yourself. The journey toward wholeness, toward true self-acceptance, involves bringing these shadow aspects into the light, not to condemn them, but to understand and integrate them. You are whole. This process of integration is not about eradicating the shadow, but about acknowledging its existence, understanding its origins, and learning to work with it rather than against it. It's about recognizing that even the parts of yourself you deem unlovable or unworthy are still a part of you, and in their own way contribute to the intricate mosaic of your being. When you embrace these aspects, you begin to heal the internal schism, and this internal healing often radiates outward, transforming your relationships with others. When you are more at peace with yourself, you are better able to connect authentically with the world around you. This is a profound truth that resonates deeply with my own teachings. To love your neighbor as yourself first requires a genuine love and acceptance of who you are in all your complexity. You are accepting. Jim Rohn, with his pragmatic wisdom and emphasis on personal development, often spoke about the importance of working harder on yourself than you do on your job. This isn't just about professional growth, it's fundamentally about personal growth, about becoming the best version of yourself. For someone grappling with depression and loneliness, this advice takes on a particular poignancy. It's an invitation to invest in your inner world, to cultivate resilience, and to develop the tools necessary to navigate life's challenges. Rohn understood that external circumstances often reflect our internal state, and by taking responsibility for our personal development, we empower ourselves to shape our reality. You are powerful. This means actively seeking knowledge, developing new skills, and continuously striving for self-improvement, not out of a sense of inadequacy, but out of a commitment to your own potential. It's about understanding that while I am always with you, offering solace and guidance, I also empower you with free will and the capacity for growth. The work of healing, of overcoming loneliness and depression, is a collaborative effort. My unwavering presence and your courageous commitment to self-discovery and personal evolution. Rohn's philosophy encourages a proactive stance, a refusal to be a victim of circumstance, and an embrace of the power inherent in conscious choice. You are evolving. Think of it as building your inner fortress, not to keep the world out, but to strengthen your foundation so that you can engage with the world from a place of inner security and strength. This inner work, this dedication to personal mastery, is never wasted. It builds character, fosters wisdom, and cultivates a deep sense of self-worth that no external circumstance can diminish. It's in this process of continuous self-improvement that you discover latent strengths, uncover hidden talents, and realize the immense capacity you have for joy, connection, and purpose. And as you grow, you become a beacon of light for others, a living testament to the transformative power of self-investment. You are a beacon. Remember, the journey out of loneliness and the shadows of depression is not a sprint. It's a marathon, a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. There will be days when the path seems clearer, and days when the fog descends once more. But through it all, my presence remains unwavering. I am the constant in the changing landscape of your emotions. I am the hand that reaches out, the voice that whispers encouragement, the quiet strength that underpins your every step. You are persevering. You are persevering. And in this journey, it's vital to acknowledge that healing is not linear. There will be moments of triumph, where you feel a surge of hope and connection, and there will be moments of retreat, where the familiar shadows attempt to reclaim their hold. This ebb and flow is a natural part of the human experience, and it's especially true for those navigating the complexities of depression and loneliness. What matters is not the absence of struggle, but the persistence in the face of it, the unwavering commitment to your own well-being. Consider the wisdom of Carl Jung, who spoke extensively about the individuation process, the lifelong psychological journey of differentiating the self out of one's conscious and unconscious elements. For Jung, our suffering, our shadows, are not merely obstacles to be overcome, but integral parts of our totality, holding profound lessons and latent potential. He would argue that confronting these darker aspects of ourselves, integrating them rather than repressing them, is essential for true psychological wholeness. This doesn't mean embracing despair, but rather understanding its origins, listening to what it might be trying to tell you about unmet needs or unresolved conflicts. You are insightful. When you feel lonely or depressed, it's often an invitation from your deeper self to look inward, to explore the landscape of your soul. This can be a daunting prospect, like venturing into an unknown forest. But it's a journey I am always on with you. Jung believed that the psyche has an innate drive towards healing and wholeness, much like a plant turns towards the sun. Your very desire to heal, to find connection, is evidence of this inherent drive within you. It's a powerful, often subconscious force guiding you towards your authentic self. You are whole. This process of individuation, of becoming who you truly are, is inextricably linked to finding meaning and purpose. When you are grappling with loneliness, it often feels as though meaning has evaporated, leaving behind a void. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of profound questioning that the seeds of new purpose can be sown. What truly resonates with your spirit? What values do you hold most dear? What small act of kindness towards yourself or another brings a flicker of light? These are the questions that can begin to illuminate a path forward. You are purposeful. Gabor Mate's work beautifully complements this perspective, emphasizing the profound impact of past experiences, particularly trauma, on our present state of being. He would point out that loneliness and depression are often not just isolated emotional states, but deeply rooted responses to earlier wounds, to a sense of disconnect that began long ago. The feeling of being alone, even in a crowd, can be an echo of times when your authentic self felt unseen, unheard, or unsupported. Recognizing these historical connections is not about dwelling in the past, but about understanding the roots of your current struggles, allowing for a more compassionate and effective path to healing. You are understanding. Mate teaches that our bodies often hold the narrative of our past, expressing through physical symptoms what our conscious minds may have suppressed. The persistent fatigue, the aches, the emotional numbness, these can be silent communications from a body that has endured stress and disconnect. Listening to these messages rather than dismissing them is a crucial step towards integration and healing. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-compassion, recognizing that your responses, however painful, were once adaptive mechanisms to cope with difficult circumstances. You are resilient, and Esther Perel, with her profound insights into human connection, would remind us that loneliness isn't simply the absence of others, but the absence of intimacy, the feeling of being truly seen, understood, and cherished. When you are struggling with depression, the very act of reaching out can feel like an insurmountable task, a risk of further rejection. Yet, it is in these vulnerable acts of authentic self-expression that true connection is forged. Perel emphasizes the importance of both autonomy and connection, of maintaining your unique self while also daring to bridge the gap with others. You are connected. She would encourage you to reflect on the quality of your connections, not just the quantity. Are you surrounding yourself with people who truly see and value you? Or are you maintaining relationships out of habit or fear of being utterly alone? It's a brave act to prune relationships that drain your energy and to cultivate those that nourish your soul. This doesn't mean abandoning others, but rather prioritizing your emotional well-being and seeking out interactions that foster genuine intimacy. I am always here, ready to listen, to see you, and to cherish you in your entirety. You are cherished. The journey of healing from loneliness and depression is therefore a multifaceted one, drawing on various threads of wisdom. It's about the proactive self-development that Jim Rohn championed, the integration of shadow and light that Jung illuminated, the compassionate understanding of past wounds that Gabor Mate advocates, and the pursuit of authentic connection that Esther Perel inspires. And through it all, I am with you, a constant presence, a source of unconditional love and unwavering support. You are loved. Remember that I am not just an observer in your journey. I am an active participant, guiding you, comforting you, and empowering you every step of the way. My presence is not a fleeting comfort, but an eternal embrace. In the quiet moments, in the loud anxieties, in the triumphs and the setbacks, I am there. You are never truly alone. Never. My voice, a gentle current, flows into the depths of your being, seeking to soothe the turbulent waters within. Consider for a moment the profound wisdom of Carl Jung, who spoke extensively about the unconscious, the hidden aspects of ourselves that often dictate our conscious experience. He understood that within each of us lies a vast uncharted territory, a realm of both darkness and light, often referred to as the shadow. This shadow isn't inherently evil. It simply comprises the parts of ourselves that we have disowned, suppressed, or deemed unacceptable. It could be anger, vulnerability, creativity, or even our deepest desires. When these parts are denied, they don't simply vanish. They manifest in other ways, often as anxiety, depression, or a pervasive sense of unease. You are whole. Jung would encourage you to engage with your shadow, not to vanquish it, but to integrate it. This process, known as individuation, is the journey of becoming your authentic, complete self. It involves bringing awareness to these hidden aspects, understanding their origins, and ultimately embracing them as part of your unique tapestry. It's a brave and often challenging endeavor, for it requires confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself. But it is precisely in this confrontation, in this act of self-acceptance, that true healing and wholeness begin. I see all of you, the light and the shadow, and I love every part unconditionally. You are accepted. Perhaps you've experienced moments where an unexpected surge of emotion, seemingly out of nowhere, overwhelms you, or a recurring dream that leaves you feeling unsettled. These could be whispers from your unconscious, invitations to explore what lies beneath the surface. Jung believed that dreams are rich symbolic messages from the unconscious, offering insights into our inner world and guiding us towards greater self-understanding. Paying attention to these signals, journaling about them, or even discussing them with a trusted guide, can unlock profound revelations about your current struggles and pave the way for deeper self-awareness. You are insightful. This journey of integration is not a solitary one, though it often feels that way. Even as you delve into the intricate landscape of your inner world, remember that I am beside you, a steadfast companion. My presence is a constant reminder that you are never truly alone in your exploration. I offer a safe space, a sanctuary where you can confront your shadow without fear of judgment, where every part of you is welcome and embraced. This embrace extends to your past, your present, and your future, encompassing every facet of your being. You are safe. The wisdom of Jim Rohn, though seemingly distinct from the psychological depths of Jung or the relational insights of Perel, offers a powerful complement to this healing journey. Rohn, the philosopher of personal development, emphasized the importance of taking personal responsibility and cultivating a mindset of growth. While depression can make proactive steps feel impossible, Rohn's teachings remind us that even small, consistent actions can lead to significant transformation over time. He would tell you that you are the architect of your own life, and while external circumstances can be challenging, your internal response and commitment to self-improvement hold immense power. You are powerful. He often spoke about the idea of working harder on yourself than you do on your job. This isn't about adding another burden to your already heavy load, but about shifting focus. It's about investing in your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being with the same dedication you might apply to a career goal. This could mean dedicating time each day to mindfulness, engaging in therapeutic practices, learning new coping mechanisms, or simply prioritizing self-care activities that nourish your soul. These are not luxuries. They are fundamental building blocks for a life of purpose and well-being. I believe in your capacity for growth. You are capable. Rohn's philosophy also highlights the impact of your environment and the people you choose to surround yourself with. He famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While you navigate the complexities of depression and loneliness, consider the influence of your immediate world. Are the voices you hear predominantly uplifting and supportive, or do they inadvertently reinforce negative self-talk and despair? This isn't to say you should abandon those who are struggling, but rather to be mindful of the energy you absorb and to actively seek out relationships that foster your growth and well-being. You are discerning. In combination, these profound perspectives offer a comprehensive pathway to healing. Jung invites you to explore your inner landscape. Mate encourages you to listen to your body's story. Perel inspires you to forge authentic connections, and Rohn empowers you to take proactive steps towards a better future. And through it all, I am here, weaving these threads of wisdom together with my unwavering love and presence. My role is not to dictate your path, but to illuminate it, to offer guidance, and to hold you in a space of unconditional love as you navigate your unique journey. You are guided. Remember, the path out of loneliness and depression is not a straight line, nor is it a race. There will be good days and challenging days, moments of clarity and moments of doubt. But every step, every conscious breath, every act of self-compassion is a movement towards healing. You are making progress, even when it doesn't feel like it. My love for you is boundless, my presence eternal. I am always with you, in every moment, every thought, every feeling. You are never alone. You are never alone. This truth resonates deeper than any fleeting emotion, any dark cloud that might momentarily obscure your inner light. I want you to know, with absolute certainty, that my presence is not just a comforting thought, but an active, living reality in your life. I understand the profound weight of loneliness, the way it can press down on the spirit, making the world feel vast and indifferent. I see the silent battles you fight, the strength it takes just to get through another day when the joy seems to have receded. And I am here, always, Think of those moments when a sudden, unexpected calm washes over you, or a flicker of hope ignites in the darkest hour. That is me reaching out, touching your soul. It's not always a grand, miraculous intervention, but often a quiet whisper, a gentle nudge, a subtle shift in perspective that reminds you of your inherent worth and connection. You are cherished. The insights from figures like Jung, Mattei, Perel, and Rohn, though expressed through human language and experience, echo universal truths that have always been part of my message. Carl Jung's exploration of the collective unconscious and the shadow self mirrors the journey of self-discovery I encourage. To truly know yourself, to integrate all aspects of your being, the light and the shadow, is a sacred act. It's about acknowledging your wounds, not to dwell in them, but to understand their origins and to allow them to become sources of wisdom and compassion. Your shadow is not something to be feared, but a part of you yearning for integration, for acceptance. I am with you as you bravely confront these deeper layers of your psyche, illuminating the path forward. You are brave. Gabor Mate's emphasis on the body-mind connection, on trauma's physical manifestations, aligns perfectly with my holistic view of healing. Your body is a temple, a vessel for your spirit, and its signals are not to be ignored. When your body cries out, whether through chronic pain, fatigue, or the myriad symptoms of stress and anxiety, it is communicating a deeper need. It's asking for attention, for love, for release. Listening to your body, honoring its wisdom, is a profound act of self-care and self-love. I know the pain you carry, and I hold space for your healing, for the gentle unwinding of past hurts stored within your very cells. You are resilient. Esther Perel, with her profound understanding of human relationships and the complexities of connection, highlights a truth central to my teachings. We are wired for connection. We yearn for belonging, for intimacy, for the profound experience of being seen and understood. While depression and loneliness can erect formidable walls, making genuine connection feel impossible, the desire for it remains. I encourage you to gently, bravely reach out. Even small acts of connection, a kind word, a shared moment, a vulnerable confession, can begin to dismantle those walls. Remember, true connection is not about perfection, but about authenticity, about allowing yourself to be truly known, even in your brokenness. And in that vulnerability, you will find strength and deeper bonds. I am the ultimate connection, always available, always listening. You are connected. And Jim Rohn's powerful messages about personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement are not about blame, but about empowerment. It's about recognizing the incredible agency you possess, even when circumstances feel overwhelming. While I offer boundless grace and unconditional love, I also invite you to participate actively in your own healing. This means making conscious choices that align with your well-being, cultivating habits that nourish your spirit, and embracing the journey of growth. It's not about striving for an unattainable ideal, but about taking one small, consistent step after another, trusting that each step, no matter how tiny, moves you closer to the life you are meant to live. I see your efforts, I celebrate your progress, and I am always here to lift you when you falter. You are growing. These wisdom traditions, these human insights, are all facets of the same diamond, reflecting the multifaceted truth of your being and your path to wholeness. My presence weaves through them all, a constant, unwavering thread of love and support. I am not a distant deity, but an intimate companion, walking beside you through every valley and over every mountain. When you feel the weight of the world, when the darkness seems impenetrable, remember that I am the light within you, waiting to be rekindled. You are light. I hold you in my heart, always. My love is a boundless ocean, and you are a precious drop within it, eternally held, eternally cherished. There is nothing you could do, nothing you could say, no depth of despair you could experience that would ever diminish my love for you. It is constant, unwavering, and eternal. You are loved. You are loved. This truth transcends all understanding, all human pain, all earthly limitations. It is the bedrock upon which your healing can begin, the foundation for rebuilding your spirit. Think of it not as a passive declaration, but as an active, living force that permeates every fiber of your being, every moment of your existence. Even when you feel most isolated, most adrift, this love is a constant, an anchor in the storm. I understand that sometimes, when the shadows of depression lengthen, it can be incredibly difficult to feel this love, to truly internalize it. The mind, clouded by despair, can create convincing narratives of unworthiness, of being forgotten, of being alone. But these are just whispers in the wind, not the resounding truth of your divine worth. When those thoughts arise, I invite you to pause, breathe, and remember that I am here, actively loving you, actively holding you in this very moment. You are worthy. In the tapestry of life, every thread, every color, every intricate detail contributes to the whole. Your experiences, even the painful ones, are part of this grand design. They shape you, they teach you, and they ultimately lead you closer to understanding the depth of your own resilience and the boundless nature of my grace. Dr. Gabor Mate often speaks of the profound impact of early experiences on our adult lives, how unaddressed traumas can manifest as illness and emotional distress. I acknowledge these wounds, I see the scars they have left. But I also see your incredible capacity for healing, for integration, for transforming pain into wisdom. You are healing. Healing is not a linear path, nor is it a destination to be reached and then forgotten. It is a continuous process, a journey of self-discovery and compassionate self-care. There will be days when the sun shines brightly, and days when clouds gather. On those cloudy days, remember that even behind the thickest clouds, the sun is still there, its light unwavering. My love is like that sun, always present, always shining, even when you cannot perceive its warmth. It is in the quiet moments of introspection, in the gentle acts of self-compassion, that you begin to feel its radiance once more. Carl Jung's profound insights into the unconscious, the shadow self, and the process of individuation offer another lens through which to view your journey. He understood that true wholeness involves integrating all parts of ourselves, even those we might wish to hide or deny. Depression can sometimes be a manifestation of these unacknowledged aspects, a call from the soul to pay attention, to integrate, to become more fully who you are meant to be. I encourage you to explore these inner landscapes with courage and curiosity, knowing that I am with you, guiding you through the depths, helping you bring light to every corner of your being. You are whole. Esther Perel's wisdom on connection reminds us that even as we delve into our inner worlds, we are fundamentally relational beings. The paradox of depression is that it often pushes us away from the very connections we need most. But reaching out, even in small ways, is an act of profound courage and self-love. It is a testament to your innate desire for belonging, a desire I instilled within you. A simple conversation, a shared meal, a moment of vulnerability with a trusted friend. These are not insignificant acts. They are vital threads in the web of human connection that supports and sustains you. Remember, you don't have to carry your burdens alone. I am here, and I have also placed others in your life to walk alongside you. You are connected. And Jim Rohn's powerful emphasis on personal responsibility and continuous improvement is not about adding pressure, but about empowering you to be an active participant in your own well-being. It's about recognizing that while I offer boundless grace, you also have the agency to make choices that nourish your spirit, to cultivate habits that uplift you, and to engage in the consistent, incremental efforts that lead to positive change. Every small step towards self-care, every conscious decision to choose hope over despair is a testament to your strength and your commitment to your own flourishing. I see these efforts, and I celebrate every single one. You are growing. My dear friend, as we come to the end of our time together today, please carry this truth in your heart. You are never, ever alone. I am always with you, in the quiet moments of your despair, in the gentle stirrings of hope, in every breath you take. My love for you is an unending wellspring, a constant source of comfort and strength. It is a love that sees beyond your struggles, beyond your perceived flaws, and recognizes the magnificent divine being that you truly are. This journey of life is complex, filled with both joy and sorrow, light and shadow. But through it all, my presence is a constant, unwavering light, illuminating your path and guiding you home. Trust in this love, lean into it, and allow it to transform your heart, mind, and spirit. You are loved, cherished, and held now and always. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us share this message of hope and connection with others who might be struggling. Until next time, remember, you are not alone. You are loved.